Yep, saying Bong Holi, you can start your presentation, give us a brief introduction about your companies.
Saying behind my art,
Complete, bro. Hi, good evening, Ken. I'm saying from Kridong Food Production. Nice to meet you here.
Yes.
Okay, so first I would like to introduce our history company. Kridong Food Production is my own business based in Cambodia. Based in Cambodia's mango heritage. The Kridong region, after getting the business registration license from the Cambodian Ministry of Commerce in 2013, the factory was built and started the operation in October 2014. And also our product is focused on the produce the dry mango. The dry mango we do have two kinds. The one is we call dry mango extra low sugar, and the other one is 100% natural. And currently, so our productivity can produce the dry mango 9 metric tons per day.
9 metric tons a day.
We can produce the dry mango 9 metric tons per day.
Okay.
That's a lot of dried mango.
That's a lot of dried mango, yes.
Okay. Is that just within the mango season, or is that throughout the year, Sang?
Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Did you hear Ron saying?
My internet is not stable. Wait a moment, please.
Okay, so you have a problem with the internet connection. I think we should wait him for a bit.
Yes.
Maybe you can off your video, saying would be better.
Should I turn off my video?
Is it possible? Can we turn off the video? Maybe can make the internet seem to be stable.
Yeah, a second.
It's like internet is not good.
Seems like many people in Cambodia
Hello.
using the internet at nighttime a lot.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, I would think so.
Everyone's home
Everybody,
online.
their homes, yeah. So, Sang, can you hear us okay?
Mình nói Bong Holi, go ahead more boy. Hello, Bong saying got error internet.
Does it help that I turn off my video?
Yeah, I think let's try to do it and let's see. I'm not sure, but let's try to turn off the video, some videos, and maybe the connection would be better.
Okay.
Yeah, I can hear everybody fine here.
Yeah, that's correct. I feel I'm the same way. I can hear everyone.
Yeah, me too.
Yes.
But only
I hear.
Say and Holi that cannot.
Hello, did you hear me? Yes.
Yes.
I heard all of you. Yes.
Saying, are you available? Can we continue, or are you still trying to connect?
Maybe Bong Holi, can you continue from Mr. Singh, or we need to wait Mr. Singh to back?
Yes. So I think I will continue from him. Yes. Actually, our production recently we can produce from 70 to 100 tons of fresh mango per day. Like saying I just mentioned at last moment, yes, the input around the output from our fresh mango production around 8 to 10 tons per day.
Oh, seem like a mango
Yes.
expert.
Yes. Currently our main market for yes, so far we have around 10 to 12 countries already for export our products, but
Yes.
our main export countries there are 5. Yes, currently to Japan, to Thailand, to UK, to Philippines, and to China. The main 5 export countries, 5. Yes, and actually we also have our standard certificate like HACCP, ISO, GHP, kosher, halal, 5S, certified by local authority, and the last one BRC. While BRC is on progress. Yes, our target we will get the BRC by maybe in of 2012. 2022.
You have enough certifications. You're good.
Not yet on the progress to achieve BRC. Our target by this year.
Just a question, are you exporting fresh mangoes and dried mangoes or just the dried?
Only dry mango.
Okay.
We used to try the export the fresh mango maybe last few years. Maybe around the last few years we used to export the fresh mango to EU. Yes, especially to Ukraine. Last few years.
Ukraine,
Yeah,
very
Ukraine. Yeah, but a small volume. At the time, maybe as I remember, around 500 kg only, just testing market at Ukraine.
So Ken, would you like to tell them a little bit about your background
Surely.
and what your role is here?
Yeah, surely. And if I cut off, if you don't hear me, please let me know. Okay.
Yeah, yes.
In any event, so I currently work as a broker and consultant with manufacturers that are domestic in the U.S. and in the EU. And I was with. Did someone drop out? No, I'm sorry. That's something on my side. So I work with them primarily on the East Coast in retail markets and in food service markets up and down the East Coast. I'm based here in New York and have good connections with many of the retailers in the region, also with food service. I also
Yes.
work with. Hello?
Yeah, please.
You can hear me or no?
Yes, I hear you.
Okay. And I also work with national organizations like Whole Foods and Sprouts Markets on the natural side. But my strength is up and down the coast only because I am based here. And I have a colleague I work with in Florida on the distribution side of the business. Previously, I worked with Fresh Direct as one of the founders at Fresh Direct. I was there for 18 years and worked primarily as a sourcing director and putting together the whole vendor community that they started working with. Since at the time that I came on, I was working with a colleague to build all the vendor relationships because we had nothing to start with. We needed to have anything from Coca-Cola to the local bread baker to bring on and sell. Previous to that, I was in manufacturing on the fresh side of the business, doing mainly French-style charcuterie products that I sold domestically in the U.S. and in North America, to Canada and to Mexico. But currently, I'm looking at your type of business and thinking that it primarily would be, strongest on the natural side of your business. I assume you're also doing mainly slices, cheek cuts of the mango, and to talk about it as I mentioned to others, specifically for its sourcing, that it's Cambodian, it's a specific type, would be, I think, a good way to talk about its attributes. And I think that there could be a good amount of interest in your products. Are you, besides doing your production with drying and packaging, are you doing products that are seasoned or spiced?
Pardon me, please.
I'm sorry, could you hear me?
Could you repeat again?
I just wanted to know, in your production, are you doing the dried mango with any seasoning or just plain?
Actually, our production, we meaning both.
You are. Okay.
Actually, we have the plan from our buyer, and then we produce, and also the mango also available seasoning as well.
Now, are you finding that your sales are primarily in those 5 countries you talked about? The UK, Philippines, China, and so forth. Have you had any efforts to sell into the US yet, or is this the first time that you're attempting to do that?
Not yet. With the first time with you.
Very good. Very good. And if you had your plans laid out for the short term and midterm, are you looking at primarily on the bulk side of the business for other manufacturers to further pack, or would you prefer to be in the retail stream with your own brand?
Actually, honestly, I prefer to get our own brand, but for that, I think seems to be very hard to push you to take our own brands out there. Yes, but anyway, also it's up to you as well, that you can buy from us in bulk pack or buy in retail as well, but under your brand as well. Like we can say the OEM. Yes.
Very good. And the packaging that I've seen, I imagine you're also up to changing the packaging to meet a customer's private brand?
Yes, that is okay.
Okay. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good.
So is it called private label, right?
Private label or private brand, yes.
Okay, we got it.
We can say it is OEM. That's okay. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So what I'm thinking is you have a significant volume that you can and are currently producing, and I would think that it could go in any direction. But I think that I would first talk to packers who are already in this business and to see what the needs are on this front.
Yes. Please let me know your requirement. Yes.
And let me understand the amount you're doing conventional versus organic farming.
Pardon me, please. Again, please.
Ken was asking
you
how
repeat?
much of your product is conventional versus organic.
Honestly, the mango here are not certified organic yet.
Okay,
Yes.
very good. For the most part,
Conventional.
it is not.
Yes. We can say conventional, yes, not organic in the packaging, not mentioned organic, yes.
Okay. I'm just asking because typically what I see in the marketplace, because I'm also a consumer, is conventional product. There's not a lot of organic dried. There's more
Yes.
organic fresh in the market than there is dried.
Yes,
Um,
yes.
And so have you thought about how you would structure your pricing on this? Considering where the logistics are right now with shipping ocean freight, have you already looked at what the cost would be to get containers shipped?
I think then about the logistic issue, currently I think it is a global issue for that. Even our existing buyer, yes, they are feel unwell about the logistic cost currently. Yes, the cost come to increase double or triple as well. Almost
Yeah.
everywhere, yes. There's a problem currently. I understand for that.
Yeah. So it's not as if you're the only one. Obviously, this is something that affects everyone. But
Yes, everyone, yes.
so if you have, if you can also send to me or to Ron what you look at for your pricing at your factory, FOB pricing at your factory, and then also what you're looking at considering shipping to a U.S. port. Specifically, would either be New York or Miami.
About the discharge port, so whatever depending on the buyer. Yes.
Right.
But
We're looking
from
at
my side, our original term we always offer to our customer in X work. But
yes,
anyway,
X works is typical.
yeah, typical is X work. But anyway, it can be discussed either term that you prefer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I would come back to you when someone asks the specific questions, just so you're prepared for that. My thought is, if it was to start, it would not start with a container. It would start with samples and then smaller orders, and then build
Yes,
to a
I
container.
see. Yes, I see. Yeah.
Um,
I've got a question. So are you just looking at the dried mangoes for export, or are you looking at some of your other products as well?
Actually, for my company, only dry mango for export.
Great, thank you. It looked like you had a lot of other nice products too.
Yes.
yeah, but it looks like but the volume on your mango production is substantial. So I understand that that's your focus.
Yeah, I focus that.
Excellent. Before I form any other questions here, do you have anything for me specifically or U.S. market that you'd like to discuss?
Is it possible? Could you share some idea for any export to U.S. market, like any requirement
The
or any
last part,
criteria that? Yeah.
can you please repeat the last part? You said including something. I didn't hear the last part.
Could you share something about the U.S. market, like any requirement or any
Oh,
criteria
so the
for?
requirements. So you have what I saw on from what you discussed um, with the specifications you have now, and also going for BRC. I don't think you have to worry about the your HACCP or other plans. That as long as you have those in place and you have certificates, you already meet the requirements on the
I see.
on
It's great, huh?
the side for the whether it's producer, packers and producers, or for the retail trade. I'm not concerned with that from what you discussed with me. Now, the other part is if I'm talking to repackers, then we're just talking about bulk pack product. Um, uh, that would be typically just repackaged into cups and into bags of approximately 4 ounce and 8 ounce packs. That's a typical size that we see here. Um, uh, and if it was requested that you package it initially in your factory, then it would be the same sort of thing. I would just think that it wouldn't make sense unless it was a private brand item that's going directly to a retailer that you would pack, only because the volume that you take up with packaging and the weight of packaging would not be reasonable considering the cost of freight at this stage. So I'm
I
thinking
see.
that bulk shipments are primarily the way that it would go and then repacked in the States.
I see.
And I'm thinking specifically of 3 or 4 um, nut and fruit packers here that work in all the markets, whether it's conventional market or organic markets, for sale. That would be the first group I would go after, and then
Yes.
larger retailers that have their own programs, and they would dictate to their packers how to do the product, and they make a decision on the sourcing of the items, and then the packer would simply buy and sell. I'm also would think about some of the food service distributors that would buy in directly, like the Cisco and U.S. foods businesses up and down the coast. So
Yeah,
that was my initial thought.
yes. By the way, besides dry mango, your demand. Do you know about the puree and frozen in U.S. market?
I'm sorry, frozen mango?
Yeah, frozen mango,
Yeah,
frozen mango and puree.
typically, in fact, I have some in my freezer now. Typically, those are sold as mixes, as opposed to just the frozen mango, and that's used for smoothies and such. So that's another avenue, and that's packers who are doing um, uh, uh, these frozen fruit packs for use in in drinks and such. So I don't have as strong a connection with that business of
Yes.
the packers there. But you're talking about fresh frozen from your side, right?
Yeah, fresh frozen. Yes, fresh frozen mango, and another one is
So
a
are you doing that now?
puree. Actually, currently we did not do it yet. Both puree and frozen mango are under our experiment. Maybe they will be coming soon.
When are you looking to have that in production?
Maybe we don't have the production yet right now. We just our plan, Yes, but I think it's not too far. In the near future, we will set up a new production line for puree and frozen mango. That's why I ask something from your side. Either you can you know, or you can understand more about those market in US.
Yeah, so I don't have as strong an entree into that market. I would tell you that places like Trader Joe's in the U.S. You know the Trader Joe's retail stores?
I didn't know.
No,
Trader
it doesn't. Well,
Joe's.
it doesn't matter. Just so you know, they do a lot of
Ah,
frozen meals and frozen fruits. Lots of things in the frozen category is their strength. Um, so I don't have anything in those stores. I have some entree to talk with the buyers, but I can't say that I'm the best person in that stream of sales.
yeah,
Uh,
yes.
but it could be something I could at least um, talk about. Um, and then, are you looking at frozen mango cubes that are, you know, uh, then packed separately? So they're in a pouch of, let's say, um, 250 or 500 grams.
Actually, depending on the buyer as well for that, but we for about the packaging, we did not start in detail yet. That's why right currently we just do any survey about those market.
So that would be interesting, but I think that as you get closer to that, I'd like to know about it. Um, but I don't have any strong lead to go that direction yet.
Yes,
I'd have to do
never
some.
mind, never mind, never mind.
Okay.
When we launch those products, we will approach you again.
Okay. Very good. Very
Yes,
good.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that the dried is an easier sale,
Yeah, 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 yeah,
on-
yes.
only because it has become very common, and it's everyone is using them for snacks, both uh, in mixes and just in singular packs,
Yeah, yeah, sure.
typically repacked in small plastic containers.
Yeah, sure, sure.
Yeah. Um, and then with Ron was asking about other products, but it looks like the mango is going to be it right now. That is where you want to start, and I understand it because of your the volume that you're doing.
Yeah,
Um,
yes.
I don't know if I have any other questions for you at this stage. I'm interested in trying them. I'll get samples of that shortly, and we can come back and talk about
Yes,
that. Uh,
yes,
can
yes.
you talk about the type of mango? Are there several different types you're using that are going into production, or only one type?
Only one type. It's called a caramel variety.
Mhm. And can you talk about its texture compared to some? So some textures are softer than others. Some have more fibers than others. You know what I'm talking about? Can you talk about the texture of this particular product?
Our product, the texture is the main uh, more soft, more soft, and
Mhm.
less fiber. Yes, actually, there's some part also have fiber, but depending on our slicing. Yes, our slicing the manner we always to avoid some part of the mango that have much fiber.
Mhm.
It is
Okay.
softer than a lot of the mangoes I've tried over here, Ken.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's a big selling point.
yeah, 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 yes.
Okay. Very good. No, I think that um, that that and any other things about sourcing um, are key elements in how we go about the sales. That's the only thing I was asking about. And I think that just from personal experience, and Ron from he's noticed it also, that those are things that customers will get attracted to and make it a repeat sale because they find the experience
Hmm.
very pleasant.
Yes.
And I think typically it would be on um, the natural side as opposed to the sugared side.
Hmm.
And then I imagine you also do, if some of this is going into mixes, you would also cut it to size for those mixes, for those different fruit and nut mixes, correct?
Actually, yeah, we can discuss further on that. Yes, depending on your requirement as well.
Very good.
Yeah,
Okay.
yes.
Ron,
Well-
did you have any other questions I'm missing here?
No, I think we're good. I think we've got a good introduction to what the product is, what their opportunities are, and obviously you have a lot of production, so it'll be good for you to be able
Mhm.
to build a market in the U.S. And Ken will be receiving the products next week, and with that, we'll schedule some follow-up calls if we would like to. I think that sounds good. Anything from anybody else?
For me, I don't have.
Okay.
We do
Okay.
appreciate you
we,
spending your.
we will arrange a sample for you. Yes.
Yeah, we've already arranged the samples. So
Yes.
yeah, we appreciate you spending your Friday night talking about your business. Now you can
That's okay.
go and do what you would normally do on Friday night.
Yeah,
So
I thank you for taking such a late call, and I apologized again for being so late on the call. But
No
I
problem.
think I have a better idea. And yes, I'd like to, as Ron noted, after the samples, we'll schedule another call.
Yes, please.
So thank you very much and have a great night.
great. Thank
Yes,
you,
thank
everybody.
you.
Appreciate
Enjoy
it.
the weekend.
Yes,
Thank
thank
you,
you.
everybody.
Yes.
Yeah,
Sit
have a
on.
good day.
Thank
Have
you.
a good day.